Is this a law firm pretty close-knit?
Yeah, we're very close-knit. A group of lawyers. I think we have a very family-like environment with our staff, as well as the lawyers are all very close.
With all of this tragedy and the support and the outpouring and everything going on, did you have any discussion about what to do about the Ferris fees, or was there a discussion that this can't be the time to bring this up?
The only discussion that I recall was Alec told you they were in trust. There's no way we're going to talk about money in this. And we had no reason to not believe that. I wasn't aware of some of Jeannie's conversations. I was aware that Alec told her they were in trust. I trusted him, and I said, let's just leave it be.
That's Ronnie Crosby, Alec's former law partner. Now, what's really significant here, and if you go down to the Low Country, you gather this very quickly, but you especially get it just by watching this trial, which is the nature of the way people socialize. And you do business with someone, but they're your friend or they're connected to you somehow. It's a very small community, and when people are out engaging in business, oh yeah, I know him and I'm your friend. And there's this sense of trust, because if you're doing business with your friends, right, especially in a small community like this, like your word is your bond, you trust one another, and you don't double cross each other. You just don't do that. And it was like that at the law firm. Every law firm partner, we're like family. We're not just business partners, then we leave. No, we're like family. They do things together. Same thing with clients. And I mean, that's just the way it is. So Alec Murdaugh, in betraying all these people, has turned into a really important theme in this case. And I think a part of the strength of the prosecution's case, because the people in that jury box are from there, and they understand the nature of the way people interact and trust each other. And you go down to the corner store, you're not just buying it from some store, you're buying it from your friend. And he betrayed that trust. Take a listen.
It looks like, according to your testimony, that this misconduct has been going on since as early as 2011?
Unfortunately, when we found that out.
Right. So some 10 years before the murders of Maggie and Paul, correct?
That's correct. He managed to fool a lot of people, myself included.
Understand. And I understand you have the right to be very hurt and angry about that. And are you hurt and angry about that?
Oh, yes. I take it very personally. It haunts me that that this happened.
You feel like it happened on your watch, and
I think anybody would feel normal feeling like that. It's a big betrayal of trust.
Did you really know Alec Murdaugh?
I don't think I ever really knew him.
When it came time to disperse the checks, and I was calling him and the other lawyer to let him know that I'd have the checks ready, I guess somewhere around March the 10th, Alec told me that he was going to put the monies into an annuity, that he was going to put his fees in an annuity. He called it a structure, but in essence, he explained he was going to put those monies into an annuity, and that the checks needed to be made payable directly to him instead of to his firm, so that he could do that. He told me that he had already cleared it with the partners in his firm. I mean, he was a partner himself with the authority to do things for the firm, but he told me he had already cleared it.
Did you believe the defendant when he told you these things?
Yes, sir. I didn't have any reason not to.
Your best friend?
Yes, sir.
Did you trust him?
I did. I'm with a group of guys. I get a phone call from Lee Cope. I tell Lee that I can't really talk much because I'm in the middle of a crowd. He says Alec's stealing money, that we found out Alec's stealing money from the firm and from clients, and he's going to resign from the firm.
Did this shock you to hear this?
Yes, sir.
Is that something you expected to hear about your friend, the defendant?
Not at all. I mean, I didn't expect that to be the purpose of Lee's phone call to me when I took it.
How are you feeling?
shocked, betrayed, mad. I mean, I don't know, numb.
Where'd your mom pass?
In the hospital.
Did something happen to her?
Yes.
Tell the jury what happened to her.
She had a trip and fall
And where did that occur?
at Moselle in Colleton County.
Okay. Was she working for the Murdaugh family?
She was.
And what did she do for them?
She was their housekeeper, babysat for them, and anything else they needed.
And what was that conversation you had with the defendant at the funeral or thereabouts?
If I remember correctly, I'm going to kind of take care of you boys and kind of, you know.
Did he say anything about how much money you may receive?
The goal was to get me and my brother Brian at least $100,000 apiece.
Did you view the defendant as your lawyer?
Yes.
Did you go and meet with him about it?
Yes.
At any time over the years, did he ever tell you that there had already been a recovery in the case?
No.
At any time over the years, did he mention anything about having a $5 million umbrella policy?
No.
At any time, did he ever pay you 1 penny?
No.
When the defendant came to you around the time of your mom's funeral and said he was going to help you and file a claim on your behalf, why did you agree to that?
Because I trusted him.
Broken trust, betrayal. Let's bring back in our guests, Chanley Painter, Matt Harris, Dr. Carol Lieberman. Chanley, you've been down there longer than I have, but it just seems like everyone is connected, everyone knows each other. You go down here, oh yeah, I know him. That's the nature of this community in the Low Country where this trial is. These counties are connected to each other and the people are connected to each other.
Yeah, I mean, it really is the story of small town America. I'm from Arkansas. It's the same type of feel that you just know everyone. And even in this case, his paralegal somehow related to the Mallory Beach family that Alec was being sued by. So it's that small of a town. And, you know, speaking to those that live here, I mean, everyone knows the Murdaugh name, everyone knows the family, and they say about that. But you can really feel that in the courtroom, too, that the extent of the betrayal to those that he held closest. I mean, you can really see today, especially during Tony Satterfield's testimony, the disgust on the jurors' faces, Vinny. It was apparent when they're talking about $5-6 million that he stole. You could see that written all over their faces. And there was one point on Chris Wilson, I just want to mention, I noticed this for the first time today. Chris Wilson's was direct, cross, redirect, and we thought we were going to have a recross, and Jim Griffin, who was crossing him, Vinny, this was personal, it was emotional. Alec crying, Chris crying. Jim Griffin turned to Alec, and Alec said no more. I could see that, and he didn't ask him any further questions. I thought that was interesting.
You know, Matt, the feeling that I get is we take care of our own. You don't. This poor kid lost his mother and his brother, and you're supposed to take care of him. And you didn't. Your law partners, they trust you innately. The families, they do things together. They don't just go to work and then don't see each other. I mean, Chris Wilson, he's doing business with him. He talks to him twice a day. He's betraying all these people.
Yeah, and you nailed it in the earlier segment when you were talking about this. And I said this on this show a few weeks ago that the money will not be the important thing. How much money he stole, yeah, that's insane. That kind of money, those jurors will never understand. I'll never understand. But what they will understand is screwing over your buddies, screwing over your brother, taken from people who don't know any better about the legal world, taking advantage of a woman who basically raised your kids and taking advantage of her kids. That resonates. Not they stole $6 million. It's the complete betrayal of these people who you were supposed to be helping.
So, Dr. Carol Lieberman, how much of a leap is it for someone who would betray his best friend, his clients, his law partners, all of whom are his friends? How much of a leap is it from that level of betrayal to the ultimate betrayal, which is to take the life of your own flesh and blood, take the life of the mother of your children?
Well, there does seem like something is missing in him. The empathy, to be able to the connection to be able to do all of these other betrayals. You know, he's rationalizing, or he's in denial, or however he is doing that. Yes, you can make a connection between that and then his betrayal of his son and his wife. You know, one of the things that strikes me, a lot of the people, Chris and the woman, Shelley Smith, and some other people who have talked about his betrayal, or they testified about various things. They cried about him. You know, they would say that, but he's a good man. You know, like Shelley Smith didn't want to tell what she had to tell, you know, what she knew about him. And so even though he betrayed them, they still have this sense that they want to believe that he's a good guy.
Dr. Carol Litterman, thank you so much for joining us and your insight tonight. We appreciate it. Matt and Chandler are staying with us. When we come back, we're going to continue another interesting development today. One of the witnesses who testified, now there's a GoFundMe account for her. We'll check the total, but it's up to like tens of thousands of dollars, I think, at this point. We'll talk about it when we come back.